Aloha everyone, my name is Nicole and this is my 2-week baby and postpartum update. I didn't have a 1-week update because I was busy nursing a baby, feeding a toddler, and just trying to recover from a C-section, which is a lot of work. I'd like to introduce you to my baby, but she is sleeping at the moment, Serenity, and so I will show you in a minute later, maybe. She might make some coos and such during the video, and that will be fun to hear. Serenity was born March 31st, 2020, and she was 7 pounds, 5 ounces, and 20 inches long. In her last appointment with the doctor, we had her weighed, and she was 7 pounds and 14 ounces. Yay! Big hooray, because that means she's doing well, and anytime a baby is over their birth weight at 2 weeks, that is something to celebrate. Also, she is 20.5 inches long. So we're thinking actually she's more like 21 inches, but we'll go with what the doctor says. When we were in the hospital, she had a low risk of jaundice, but at the most recent appointment, or actually at her 5-day appointment or whatever, the first appointment we went to the doctor, we got some vitamin D drops, and actually we got 2 different kinds. One is the Upspring Baby Vitamin D, and the other one is the Zarbee's Vitamin D. Personally, I like Upspring's the way you put it on, because you just put it in, a bottle nipple or regular nipple. And this one you have to actually use a syringe, which I personally don't like doing, because that means you have to clean it up and you have to put it in the baby's mouth, and it's just really kind of tedious. So I like this one better, but we have been doing both. And at her recent appointment, thankfully, the jaundice has cleared up, so everything is good. She's healthy, at least in that sense. She eats and poops a lot. I mean, sometimes when we change her diapers, she'll be pooping twice while we're changing her. It's crazy. And she'll just want to eat all the time. I'm grateful that she's a good, healthy baby, but sometimes, especially at night, it gets a little crazy, and I just want to sleep. Says every person who ever had a child, right? She's got her days and nights mixed up now, because that's just how newborns are. And she was okay for a few days, but I feel like she's gone back to not knowing what is what anymore. But, I have hope that she's going to get better. She's actually really good at self-soothing herself to sleep. Yeah. And so I have high hopes that she's going to be really easy and sleeping through the night, hopefully by the time she's 3 months old. I hope I'm not jinxing myself. Where is the wood? Here. Oops. But I didn't mean it, neighbors. Sorry, I didn't mean to knock on apartments, right? She loves to make noise. It's adorable, especially during the day, and she's sleeping. She makes little coos and grunts. And during, waking hours, she'll do that once in a while, but it's more so when she's sleeping. And it's funny. I hope you heard that, but you probably didn't. It was really small. She just likes to make some kind of barking noise. It's like, it's really adorable, but not so much when she and I are both trying to sleep, and I wake up, especially 30 minutes before she's officially waking up. She'll start making all those noises, and it's not so easy to sleep through it. The only 2 things that are a bit of a bummer is that she has a diaper rash, which we're trying to clear up. And in the meantime, we're using 2 different diaper rash creams. One is the a stubborn diaper rash by Tree Derma from our pediatrician, and the other one is Earth Mama's Baby Organic Diaper Balm. And I've been using both of them in hopes that it'll be soon cleared up. And the other thing is she has an umbilical hernia, and hopefully it'll clear up before she's 2 years old. And they said that sometimes, more commonly, it can clear up within the first 3 months. So crossing our fingers, that'll help. Not that it will go away. If not, we'll figure out what to do, what our options are when she's 2 years. Postpartum, in terms of me and how I'm doing, things are going okay. I had a C-section, as I told you earlier, because she was breech and transverse. She's going back and forth. And so my doctor just thought it would not be safe if I went too long in the pregnancy with her being transverse and breech, because especially if she was transverse, her butt could fall through into, if I went into labor early, that would not have been a good idea if her foot had fallen through, and then she would have had to do major surgery, and that would be really bad, especially if the umbilical cord fell out first. So that's why she really wanted me to have a C-section before I was even 39 weeks along. So I'm still recovering, but thankfully I'm able to do most things besides carrying heavy items. I'm not allowed to carry anything that's heavier than 8 pounds, heavier than her, really. And then I'm actually kind of excited to when I can fully work on house chores. I mean, mostly cleaning, because I really want to help organize things, and my husband's been doing an amazing job for just getting everything, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the girls. I'm just so blessed. And my mother-in-law was here earlier. She was helping out so much too, so we've been really blessed with all that help. And it's just funny because I want to help so much, and I see how much they're doing, and it pained me to ask to get something, because I knew they were working already hard enough as it was. And anyways, I can't wait till I can do everything again and be my normal self. The stitches are healing fine. My tape over the stitches got taken off yesterday, and she didn't give me any prescription cream or anything, so that seems like it's all good and normal and healthy. And I'm back to my normal weight. Actually, it might be a little bit less because I'm exclusively breastfeeding. She's just making me very hungry. I'm always wanting to eat now because she's just draining it all out of me. But it's good, right? Because that's a healthy girl. You don't know if this is too much information, but abdominally, there's a lot of pain there after giving birth, because you had a huge baby in your belly, and then it's all of a sudden deflated, and your fluids are coming out, and so my uterus kind of hurts. It stings where Serenity's head was, and so it's kind of feels like there are almost stitches over there, even though there's nothing there. It's just that I feel the presence of her head still there, and it hurts. I don't know how else to explain it. I've been taking medication, Motrin, and I can't remember the other one, and it was I didn't really think that it was working, because I was still in pain, but after it kind of stopped working, I realized, okay, I'm in a little bit more pain than I was before, so it must be doing something. And so it's now more of a numbing feeling that I have, that it's been helping me with, and I used to do it 2 times a day, now I'll do it once every other day. So I think I'm doing well enough. On the 3rd day of Serenity's life, we were still in the hospital. I think that was the day we also left, actually. But in the morning, a lactation consultant came by, and she helped me so much. I think that was so much more help than it was with my first daughter. She helped me figure out exactly how I should do a right positioning. I didn't realize that I need to use this hand to hold my boob and this hand to hold her head to, you know, just get the right latch. Once that worked out, everything became a little easier. A little less pain and so on. So I think that that and then also using this nipple balm has been very good, both of them together, to make sure that I would not be in pain throughout the rest of the weeks of breastfeeding. Because my first 6 weeks of breastfeeding my first daughter, Evie, it was painful, like toe curling painful. And this time around, it's much easier. It's still a tiny bit painful. There are pinches here and there, but oh my gosh, a huge turnaround compared to my first. I am using a binder for walking. I used to use it a little bit more often. This is called a binder. You put it around your abdomen, and I also put it over my stitches so it didn't feel like all my belly would fall out. And actually, this is one of the best, and the hospital gave it to me. So if you're having a C-section, make sure that you find out whether or not your hospital will give you a binder. I've heard some don't, but most of them do, I assume. And I didn't even know that. I almost was going to buy one, and then they gave me one, so I was grateful for that. I walk every day, and that has made a huge helpful difference, I think. If I had not been walking, it would probably be a lot harder for me right now. So hopefully you don't find this too much information. But my bleeding stopped around 10 days, and then it started again at 16 days. Anybody that's going to give birth is always going to bleed, and even if you have a C-section, you're gonna let out a lot of stuff. So if you don't know that, now you do. But my doctor said that was normal for it to stop and then start again. And not quite sure if it's done, but it feels like it could start again. Who knows? Anyways, I hope I didn't bore you guys. I'm mostly doing this stuff for me and for any family friends that are interested. Oh, excuse me. Please comment and like the video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see some more of my content, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. You would be very helpful. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Mahalo and aloha. Ciao. Hello. Say hi, Evie. Hi. Jesse. Hi. Little baby sister and the big sister. Yay. You guys love each other, don't you? And the baby sister's moving her feet. And she's ready for another feed. Do you think she's ready for another feed? Yeah.